Why does it seem like the more churches are being built, the more crime increase? You know, like how come all these people praying every Sunday, every Saturday at the same time from all across the world? Matter of fact, all across the country and then all across the world, people praying at the same time. Thousands of people praying at the same time. But it seems like crime keep going up. When you look at people, people seem to be more possessed. More people turning bisexual. More people doing things against what the church required. Even people who go into church, right? Even people who go into church. Things that you're supposed to not do when you're serving God, people are doing it. Even the ones who go into church. People turning, men turn into women, women turn into men. Well, they can't turn, but the outward appearance or the cross dressing and these type of things. People seem more possessed than ever, you know. Like, do you understand that that on Sundays Anglicans and Catholics be praying at the same time on all these open Bible church? And like, how many churches do your country have? Muslims, Seventh-day Adventists, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people praying at the same time at the exact moment, because these churches usually start their program around the same time, whether it be 8 o'clock, 8:30 or 9 o'clock, you know. So if your country have 1,000 churches, you know, 1,000 Catholic churches or 1,000 Anglican churches, all these churches together, Sunday worshippers being 1,000 churches, how many people sit down in them churches? 100 people, 30 people, 40 people in a church, 100 people in a church. How many people praying together and crime just not going down? People getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Like mankind getting real ridiculous. Maybe we praying to the wrong person. Like, have anybody ever looked at this situation and realized something wrong? And ever think that maybe we praying to the wrong person? You're paying tithes and offering, yet still people in the church struggling. You're paying tithes and offering, the church accumulating millions of dollars, yet still people are homeless on the street. Why are people even homeless on the street? Why are people so broken? Why there is certain type of sickness on the earth? Like, how come evil is so strong that even so many people praying at the same time can't even cast away evil? Like, while you praying, somebody dying. At the same time you praying, thousands of thousand people, somebody out there committing murder. How come all these prayers can't blanket the earth and block out the evil out of a person's heart, at least in that moment? Create some kind of connectivity across your country or across the world. Kind of like how Wi-Fi and all these radio waves is be spreading across the world. How come when you're praying, this wave not spreading across the world, and changing the hearts of men from doing evil? So when people walking around say, "Oh, we marching for peace," well, I get they do that here in Trinidad. How come crime can't done? Making a peace march. And then some of these churches be fighting against one another. Those who worship on Saturday, when you go to the church, you be like talking against Sunday worshippers. When you go to a Sunday church, they be talking against those who worship it on Saturday. Islam is talking against Christianity. Christianity is talking against Islam. It's like Rasta come out. You have the Rasta religion come out. The Orthodox Church people start to praise do Rastafari. Rastafari start to bash bald head. Bald head never doing nothing, but you're bashing bald head. It come like everybody seem like most people just looking like they're looking for the nemesis. What can I bash? Okay, I founded my religion. Right. Now let me look at somebody that I can bash another church. It's like so much weirdness happening on the earth.